All right, what is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the Matterport stitching service. I see a lot of people who are saying, oh, it's a free service, it's a paid service. What's the pricing criteria? It's pretty straightforward if you follow this instruction video. So all you got to do is just watch this video through. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to submit stitching services to Matterport. You're going to understand the pricing structure and how they ultimately do it so you can save the most amount of money and get your clients the best result possible. All right, so let's move forward. So what you're going to do is really, if you're looking to stitch any Matterport tour, which again, just to give you guys a quick background on what that means, stitching means taking two separate individual models, right, and combining them together to make one model, right? So you have two models separately and you'll have them stitched together so they'll be one, right? Why do that? Well, it's obviously cost effective for you to do that. If it's a client who, instead of having them get sent 10 models, it'd be so much easier to just get them sent one model with all those 10 stitched together. I think we can all agree with that. But what you're going to do is go to support.matterport.com /s/contact support, right? So go to their contact support page. What you're going to do is go all the way down to where it says post-production services and quote stitching, category, stitching request. The subject, and this is kind of where it gets a little, I don't say frustrating, but a little confusing, is you want to say the number of models you're looking to stitch and kind of where you're looking to place them, right? So for this case, I would say stitch, say 10 models into one, right? So I have a co-working facility that has 10 Matterport models that I need to stitch into one. Right? From here, you're going to fill out your information. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The region, United States. We have these other two here. Capture, iOS, don't really worry about it for here. Don't worry about the camera serial number. Priority, I always like to do high, so they can get back to you on time. This is a hack right here, guys. The model URL, this is actually going to be the model URL that you take from Matterport to actually give them so they can see, oh, these are the number of scans. This is how large the space is. This is your price, right? What I would do is I would actually take the Matterport URLs and put them here, right? Why I would do that is because this, as you can see, like I'm trying to hit return and shift to drop it down to a second line, and I'm not able to do that, which means all of the URLs are going to get clumped together unless you're spacing them out. So that can cause some confusion. I just want you guys to avoid that. So what I would do is just see above in description, preferred language, English, right? So then this way you can have as many lines as you want, right? So this way you're going to have a very itemized, organized description here of what you need and then the models as well. So just kind of, I don't know if it's something to do with the custom coding with this form. I don't really know, but this is just the easiest way that I've seen it work, to be honest. Hit I'm not a robot, submit the case. You can attach a file if you want. In this case, I'm not going to submit anything. Boom, you'll get a success message, and then you'll also get an email as well, guys. You'll get an email from Matterport that looks something like this. So it'll say something like this, where it'll say, hi, Sean, thanks for contacting Matterport. I'm Tim with Senior Support. I'll go ahead and forward your case to the Stitch Merge team and have them get back to you regarding next steps on a quote, right? Now, here is the play. So for this one, I had about 20 models that I needed stitched, and they gave me a price of roughly $3,600 to stitch all 20 models together, which is about more than 50,000 square feet or 2,000 scans. So it's one of those things, guys, where you really, really, really want to do your due diligence and make sure that to limit your cost, you got to do two things. You either need to decrease the number of scans you have, or you need to, which again, that's really the only thing you can do, is decrease the scans. That's going to limit the square footage, or it's going to limit the scans. So really what you got to do is, if you're looking to kind of hack the Matterport system and get a cheaper price, or just get it done for free, what you should do is hide those scans so you're not paying for that, those scans, that areas. Now, could cause a problem where you're like, oh, well, it's going to hide a scan that this client wants to show. In that case, you obviously need to have that scan in there. But if you're at a long hallway, if you have like 5 or 10 scans in that hallway, it's not really necessary. Maybe keep 1 or 2 of them. So this way, just getting in that mindset of how you can get rid of those scans so it doesn't exceed 2,000 scans, right? And I know that's a lot of scans, right? But for 20 models, it's only 100 scans per model, right? So you kind of got to think about it like that as, oh, well, how are we able to actually, make it cost effective, right? Some other things to note too, guys, is you can't submit more than one form per project. Now, I know it's a little frustrating because sometimes they don't get back to you on time, you're waiting, blah, blah, blah. Do yourself a solid and just practice the art of patience. What I would recommend doing is if you have an email thread, which obviously I have it here already, just make sure that you can just email that thread instead of making a whole new form here. Instead of doing that, go back, go to your email thread. There's going to be a lot of different people that you'll talk to. In this case, I was talking to this guy, Nick, who is actually a really solid guy. I was talking to Tim as well, a really solid guy as well. They'll give you, again, the kind of SOP, what they do, turnaround time, all that stuff. And then they also give you, some quotes here. So 7 models. I think in this case, it was under 2,000, as you can see here, but it was also the square footage as well. So really what I like to do is if you don't want to pay for something, just do a deep link, which I'll talk about in another video. But if you guys need to pay for these stitching services, just delete the scans as much as you can, and they'll get you a low price. I think 1,200 is like the lowest price possible to move forward with a certain number of models and a certain number of scans. Again, I'm going to be making a second video on this so you guys can know exactly what the pricing is. But for now, this is just my own personal experience and personal example that I showed you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions. I think there's going to be a lot of different questions on how to actually do this. So I'll be able to answer them for you, myself, in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe. We're going for 10,000 subscribers, guys. We're at 6,000 right now. So I want to just crank that number up and see what we can do. And that's it. So, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. God bless, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.